Move the bill quickly here in the Senate and bring it to the president's desk as soon as possible.
All right, that was Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer reminding the Senate of the task at hand here. Now the question is, will this deal pass in the upper chamber?
Yeah, ahead of this weekend's potential vote, Florida Senator Rick Scott tweeted out this message in summary saying the deal leaves us with trillions more debt and no clear path to less inflation or a balanced budget. And joining us now is Senator Rick Scott.
Senator, first, thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. We do appreciate the early morning hours here. We know you've got a busy day and certainly busy next few days ahead of you. First, after looking through the deal here, what specifically stopped you from voting in favor of the bill? Because we know that you're a hard no on this.
Yeah, you know, it's really frustrating. I know Kevin McCarthy worked hard to try to get a deal done, but think about what every Floridian is talking about right now. They're talking about inflation. They're talking about inflation. They're talking about how they're worried about their retirement benefits. They're talking about their medical bills. This bill does nothing to deal with any of those. It's not going to drive inflation down. It's actually going to cause more inflation. When your government doesn't live within its means, which this government hasn't for decades, it causes inflation, and that's what's happening. It's going to take our debt to $35 trillion, and I think we can do better. I think we ought to say to ourselves, we got to do what I did in Florida. I walked in with a budget deficit. I said, it's hard, but we're going to make hard choices, and we're going to get inflation out of this system. That's what we got to do with this. We've got to say to ourselves, we got to live within our means.
And they say this could be absolutely catastrophic. So if Congress does not pass the measure, the country will default on its debt, and average Americans, they will be hurting. As you mentioned, interest rates, the stock market could crash. Are you okay with that?
Of course not. But first off, the Treasury has the right to pay the interest. We have plenty of revenues. We're going to collect over $4 trillion in revenues this year. They've got plenty of money to pay Social Security, pay Medicare, pay interest rates. And by the way, why are we doing this at the last minute? We've known about this for decades. This should have been negotiated way earlier than this. And we have got to say to ourselves, okay, we have $31 trillion of debt. If we're not going to fix this now, if we're not going to fix our spending problem now, are we going to do it when we get to 33, 34, 35, 40 trillion? And just, you know, we're borrowing money to pay the interest on our federal debt, right? If you have a child that's wasted money, are you happy when they finally say, I'm going to stop doing that? Or are you happy when the bank says, oh, I'll just give you as much money as you want? We have a spending problem, which is causing interest rates to go up. I mean, if you're worried about interest rates, as we have a higher percentage of our interest expenses, part of our revenues, interest expense always goes up. That's what's happening. Mortgage rates are up. Credit card rates are up.
Senator, we want to move to hurricane coverage here, but first I want to ask you this. The upper chamber has the ability to delay a vote. Is that something that you would be willing to do?
You know, what I think a few of us are working on is just amendment votes. This is a decision Chuck Schumer makes. We can finish this today. We're trying to. A few of us want to do some amendment votes to get this done today.
And Governor, today marks the first day of hurricane season. Last season, 49 people died on the West Coast. Do you think the governor did enough before preparing for this hurricane?
Well, I think it starts with each of us. I think each of us have to get ready ourselves. You can go to ready.gov, but I think everybody's got to say to themselves, if anybody passes away, what can we do better? When I was governor, we had 4 major hurricanes, and my focus every time was, how do we make sure people are ready, evacuate, and stay alive? I always tell people, you can rebuild that house, you can buy a new car, but you can't rebuild a life. And so I think it starts with us, but I think everybody, state, local, federal, we have to say, what can we do to get people better prepared?
149 people died as a result of Hurricane Ian. Maribel just asked a question, Senator, but was enough done to prepare for that? And if not, what can we do ahead of this season? I think what you have to do is you got to talk. You got to get out there. I did it all last week. You got to get out around the state. You've got to talk to people. Say you've got to get ready. And many of these storms now are water events. And everybody's got to understand what storm surge does to you. Everybody's got to understand that what flooding does to you. It will kill you.
And I was just up at Mexico Beach last week, and 4 people lost their lives there. And because they didn't trust it, they didn't realize. I mean, they didn't listen that there was going to be storm surge. We knew it. I mean, I told them. I mean, I was up there. So it starts with you, but everybody. If somebody dies, we all have to say to ourselves, what can we do better?
All right, Senator Scott, thanks so much for being with us this morning. We do appreciate